Monday, June 23rd. Hope everyone had a real sunny weekend. It's like hot everywhere in the country right now. Today, we're talking about how Stellantis is not challenging the norm that they had. Tesla Robotaxis are live, and AI is changing speech faster than we can say the words.
Yeah, it's a thing.
So, right now, my shoulders are itchy. You know why?
Oh, no. Oh.
Because I actually got sun.
Oh.
That's a benefit.
I got a text, actually, Kevin over at AutoGenius, he texted me, he's in Toronto. Feels like 104. I'm like, the world is upside down.
It is hot up here right now. Yeah, we spent the weekend a lot of time we have a pontoon boat and this beautiful lake in our house. So we spent pretty much all day on that. It was one of those days kept stretching and stretching and stretching. So I was in the sun a little more than I thought. But the weirdest thing is that I forgot my phone, like in the car after we launched the boat.
I bet
probably the chest. It was like
magic.
It took me about 3 hours
to really like not freak out,
to like stop like wanting to like look for it. And then like I was like, oh, okay. Then of course I got back. Like all you guys, our executive team is texting. We're just talking and chatting.
We were on it. We were having fun. Sorry.
What'd you do? It was great. What'd you guys do this weekend?
Lots of pool, lots of yard work.
Yeah.
I'm pretty upset because there's moles in my front yard. We don't need to go down that rabbit trail.
Sounds like a challenge.
It is a challenge. It's a whole it's a fight. Like me and my neighbor both have them.
Oh,
and we're at war. Like we both we were like, put the paint on your face, come out with the
butane and a lighter.
Yeah, it was that's
flush them out.
we were both talking. We were like, we're at war out here. Let's
Suburban dads go to war with the moles.
It was great. It was great.
Oh, so good.
Yes, we had a great weekend. The pool is just warmer than you can actually imagine. It's starting to get to that bathwater temperature, and you're like, I don't know if this is refreshing, but it's still nice. So
we're not quite there. So my pool is like 81 yesterday, but the lake was 63.
Woo!
That's still the other side.
That'll still get you whoop.
No, that's get numb before you get comfortable.
Yes.
just saying. We got some new episodes of our SodaCon sessions dropping. They're out today. Entering the Age of Compression with Ben Hadley and David Spizak, talking about how innovation cycles, attention spans, and consumer expectations are all accelerating. Those are two guys that you just want to listen to. Anytime Ben starts theorizing about the future or pontificating about the current,
I'm telling you, Ben
I just can't help but think
sitting down for 20-25 minutes, that's dangerous.
That is dangerous. They probably broke the equipment. Also, we have a webinar this Wednesday at 2:00. This is our quick shot 20 to 30 minute webinar. Scott Thiele, VP of Sales at Mia, and Luke Morris, Parts and Service Director, super savvy Parts and Service Director, by the way, at Earnhardt CDJR, to talk about how smart stores are actually adding AI without the pain. Everyone's got this question. How can I add AI? Where should I add AI? Here's some very real world examples. We're going to play actual calls. We're going to hear firsthand experience of what it was like to implement and the results. So you should be there. Go to ASOTU.com and just register so you can be there with us live, or you can get the recording.
Hey, we're not talking about this, but I read something today. I sent it to you. I was like, things are sideways. A well-crafted, not a simple prompt, but like a well-crafted, curated prompt.
Gonna make you think, right?
In an AI, like a non-simple AI, something like a Gemini or a GPT, something that has a lot of reasoning, uses 10x the compute power that a single Google search does.
Well, it's a good thing we're in those EVs.
Wild.
I know. They'll one day make it more efficient. Remember cryptocurrency in the beginning? Cryptocurrency was using like 30 times the power it's using now, right? They'll figure out how to make it more efficient. But
that'll be fun.
Just as a hunch. So if you care about that kind of thing, Google search is your way to go. And then you can watch the world pass you by if they're using GPT and you're using Google search. All right, look at us. We haven't even gotten to a story yet. Antonio Filosa officially begins his tenure as Stellantis CEO, opting for continuity over disruption. And he's going to retain his North America, is it president of North America?
Yep. Yeah.
President of North America role, prompting and promoting from within, a move that left investors wanting a little bit more. Filosa is going to remain based in Detroit and continue overseeing North America to stabilize performance in Stellantis' most troubled region. He trimmed direct reports down to 16 from 33 under Tavares, signaling a leaner leadership model. Key appointments include Scott Thiele as head of supply chain and Monica Genovese as head of purchasing, while all 14 brand chiefs, yes, all 14 brand chiefs, including Jeep, Fiat, Maserati, are all staying in place. Stellantis shares are down 10% since this news dropped.
Wow.
Jefferies analysts dryly noted the split role, quote, suggests that revamping Stellantis may not be a full-time job. I don't think that's what investors wanted to hear.
It's not what investors want to hear. This is still, I mean, Stellantis has a long road ahead of it. Filosa has no doubt a hard job as CEO.
One of the hardest jobs in America.
I think, look, let me just argue for this. Anytime you are attempting to lead more than 8 people directly, you're going to have problems, right? So I think going from 33 to 16 in direct reports is already a massive improvement, and it allows you to focus on the things that any human can focus on. I'm a contender for 8 direct role relationships as far as leadership. I think that's the capacity that any leader has, the ability to actually have a real life, real time career, job role priority influence over. So, some high operators can go a little bit higher than that, but even 16 is going to be tough. The fact that all 14 brand chiefs are staying in.
I wonder if the 14 brand chiefs are all direct reports.
Maybe,
because if that's the case, he's only got a COO and a CFO left.
Right.
So
and you got the head of supply chain and head of purchasing.
Right, the 2 people that he put that I don't know.
The 14 brand chiefs can't be direct reports, but still, man, I think that's potentially the problem. Is there are some brands like a Jeep brand that's pretty strong. Well, at least some portions of Jeep. You got Ram coming back up, but then you got Fiat, Maserati, not brands
much
that are
smaller business units
taking the world by storm.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, everybody wanted a shakeup. Here's a shakeup. How much are we shaking it? Who knows? Maybe we're just stirring it. I don't know. But that's the news today, folks. Speaking of today's news, oh yeah, this is a good one. I want to see some of these videos are now out on the internet. Tesla's officially launched its Robotaxi service pilot in Austin, offering driverless rides to a very select group of super fans. They're being very picky about who they let in these cars. While early impressions are mostly positive, the rollout wasn't without some quirks or a couple concerning errors. Basically, service is live in a 30 square mile geo-fenced area of South Austin. We have to send Anne-Marie on our team out there to go try to find one of these. With limited weather, time, and destination constraints, there is a human safety monitor not sitting in the driver's seat. They are in the front, though. They're sitting in the passenger seat just to make sure everything goes well, but they are not intervening in any way, shape, or form, I guess, unless they really have to. Notable fails include one vehicle veering into oncoming lane mid-turn and another stopping mid-intersection to let a passenger out.
Well,
maybe they
you're gonna be fine. Just hold your arms up.
I would love to. I want to see a live feed of camera on the safety monitor's face when that happened. Riders must use a separate Robotaxi app distributed by via Apple's Test Flight, but noted seamless syncing of personal Tesla profiles like music, etc. A ride experience being on par, if not better, than other full self-drivings. They're comparing it to Waymo. Some of the people in here. Content creator Chuck Cook praised the performance, saying, quote, quite advanced behavior, a more confident parking job than I've personally encountered in a Waymo. So they got some super fans up in there.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Well, one, I get the whole test flight thing that might, annoy a few people that are like, why can't it just be in my Tesla app? It'll be there soon.
Oh yeah,
they've got to register stuff in with Apple and go through the proper protocols for an app like that. It would be silly to release anything in a city that already has Waymo that isn't at least as good or better than it. So Tesla's got to be done that. Look. On a first test, to have a couple failures, nothing seemingly life-threatening or anything like that. Like, I think, you get 2 months down the line and the amount of data and inputs that many rides are going to put into that system, it's going to be absolutely insane. And we already know the volume of code that is being written in Tesla's walls is so much faster than most organizations. And so, I'm confident with it. I can't wait to try it out. I'll be here for it.
Yeah, you will. Then you can compare the Waymo experience. They obviously have to be. They have to be super careful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speaking of being super careful.
Stop. Segue.
Time. Or not being super careful.
Hey, as AI tools like ChatGPT increasingly shape our digital interactions, researchers are now tracking how those patterns are bleeding into, get this, how we actually talk, with some surprising and maybe unsettling results. In academic YouTube videos, uses of the words delve and adept have jumped over 50% since ChatGPT's release. Spoken language is even becoming more structured and emotionally muted, mirroring AI's formal tone. Researchers are warning this shift erodes the authentic signals we use in speech, like stumbles and slang, which build human connection. I can tell you I'm still stumbling, so I'm good over here, fam.
Not
the influence of,
yet.
Quote, correct AI-generated English is crowding out regional dialects, affecting who sounds credible in public discourse. Max Planck, researcher at Hiromo Yakura, said, delve is only the tip of the iceberg, the word delve. We internalize this virtual vocabulary into daily communication.
Well, I can tell you one thing. One thing YouTube has done to our kids is have them say the word literally, like in every sentence. Because you can't watch a YouTuber video and say, I literally am doing this thing and it's literally doing this. So, I mean, it's obvious tools like GPT, now that they are just something that everyone's watching, reading, etc. It's not a surprise here. You know, I think that humans will always evolve around things like this, right? Like the language will evolve, it'll change. I think more precision language is actually good for productivity and good for clarity of communication. You know, this is an interesting like first take on this, you know, and they're obviously in academic circles. It's a very narrow band. It'll be without a doubt. It's gonna have an influence.
When you look at it, like the script writing that's happening with GPT and some of the ways that GPT and Gemini prefer to communicate, you know, it'll be the day when someone goes, and I was thinking M dash.
Oh gosh, those M dashes. You can't get GPT to stop using an M dash if you offer it a cookie. You can't do it, and it loves those things.
It just loves.
I don't know. John Roper comments here: you can take the boy out of Douglasville, but ChatGPT can't take the Douglasville out of the boy. My slang will stay intact, and we love it. That's why we love you. It makes you who you are. Whatever you're doing, be who you are, the authentic version with the other people around you, so they can do the same. You can all move forward together, taking care of one another. We'll see you tomorrow morning.